That's not what we're doing. We're going after the criminals. Well, what happened here? This situation is just totally, just blatantly not at all what they said it was. And the people that I know, the liberal people that I know really well, really close people, you know, that I know, warned me that that's what they worried about, that ICE was just going to go after everybody arbitrarily.
Hey, it sounds like you understand your downfall within this whole entire situation here. Hey, welcome to another video where we get to make fun of, we get to laugh at Trump supporters reaping what they sow. We get to laugh at these individuals that were told time and time and time again, Trump is going to do X, Y, and Z. Oh man, he's not going to do that. Oh, he's joking. Oh, he's just trying to own the libs. Oh, he's just trying to trigger the media or whatever stupid nonsense that they, you know, came up with to make his rhetoric excusable. People like myself were trying to warn people. Hey, when it comes to this immigration crisis that he wants to attack is going to affect everybody. This is going to break up homes. This is going to destroy businesses. And people seem to not listen. And like I said, there's three types of Trump supporters. There's your greedy ones, which is normally your wealthy ones or the wannabe wealthy ones. Then you got your racist, your misogynist, your bigots, your hateful people. And we all know who those are. Then we have the idiots or the gullible, you know, not really too informed. And they bought whatever Trump was selling to them. Hey, I'm going to make all Americans rich. We're going to be all rich and billionaires. And people bought that. They bought into it. And now they're looking at their situation like, pockets is a little thin right now. You see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. Now let's go ahead and take a listen to this individual who voted for Trump and is a business owner and had illegal or undocumented immigrants as workers. Now, some people are going to watch this and they're going to feel sympathetic to this individual, which at first I did. I was like, I kind of feel for this dude. Even though I'm not in his position, I can understand. But then I started to remember, like, he purposely, and he's going to allude to it towards the end of this, he was warned about this. He purposely ignored the facts in front of him, and he still chose to vote for this individual. How can I feel bad for someone who purposely wanted to cause this type of damage to their own life? Take a listen.
Financially as well as emotionally. You know, it takes a toll. You know, you get to know these guys. You become their friends. Just not an employer, but a friend. And you see what happens to their family. It's quite a shock. They did everything right. And they all had their work permits. They all, a few of them have driver's licenses. They worked with me on the Navy base, which had to go through intense security, and they found out all about their past. And you become connected with them in more than just a boss-employee.
You voted for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
If you had a chance to sit across the president like you do now with me, what would you say to him?
Well, You know, the buck stops there, right? I did not understand his wishes to go after people who are legally here and trying to do right by them and their families. And I didn't understand that that's what he was trying to do. From what I understood,
No, no, no. Okay. Once again, now let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about this. Okay, let me know. But since Trump came down that golden excavator, he demonized immigrants. He demonized Hispanic people all in one bunch. His entire campaign from his first term to his second term now, even through Joe Biden's presidency, he demonized all immigrants, legal, not legal, getting their papers on the work visas, whatever visas. He wanted all of them gone. His base voted for him to make that happen. How did you miss those signs? Like it's almost like you have to be able to read in between the lines. When he said, "Oh, we're just going to get rid of the violent ones." Well, if you believe that, but then he's touting around the number, we're going to get rid of 12 million illegal immigrants. Well, it's not 12 million criminals. And I'm talking about hard crimes, not just crossing the border, which that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm talking about real crime like robbery, murder, those type of crimes. It's not 12 million. That's not the entire population of the illegal or even documented immigrants. So that should have been a first flag, like, oh, I think he means all of them. And then when he did not display a plan to even fix the immigration situation, the asylum seeking process, anything, when getting these work visas, he didn't implement a plan to fix anything. He just told you he's going to deport. And that's it. And you didn't ask for a plan? That was your first and only mistake right there. Let's rewind that. Can I rewind this?
people who are legally here and trying to do right by them and their families. And I didn't understand that that's what he was trying to do. From what I understood, from what he has said, and from what ICE officials have said, that is not at all what they're doing. And then all the representatives of them are stating the same thing. That's not what we're doing. We're going after the criminals. Well, what happened here? This situation is just totally, just blatantly not at all what they said it was. And the people that I know, the liberal people that I know really well, really close people, I know, warned me that that's what they worried about, that ICE was just going to go after everybody arbitrarily, just grab them all, sort them out, and not really care what kind of damage they're doing to whether it's a business locally.
Hey, it sounds like you understand your downfall within this whole entire situation here. You said it yourself. And I love that he went into detail. My liberal friends, his Democratic friends, tried to warn him, tried to warn you. It's going to be this bad, X bad. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure he looks like one of the individuals that be like, nah, Trump was just saying that just to get a chuckle out of the crowd. Trump is a crowd pleaser. He's an entertainer. He likes to make people laugh, right? Giggle, giggle, LOL, ha ha, right? Oh, he's just trying to trigger media. He's just trying to, create some headlines. Hey, guess who's making the headlines now? You are, sir. Because unfortunately, if you continue to not believe people when they're literally trying to tell you who they are, this is 2025. A lot of people aren't as covert, incognito like they used to. You know, politicians usually were like Democrat, Republicans. They usually had the same like language and just persona about themselves, but yet they were hiding their true intentions. This is 2025. Especially with Republicans, they want to tell you how hateful they really are. They will tell you that. They will tell you how racist they really are against immigrants, against black folks, against Muslims, against trans people, against gay people. They want to tell you that because they know it develops a certain following. It brings in money. It brings in revenue. So they're going to tell you, and you have to believe it. But no, of course, you know, my liberal friends, they were just like, you know, over exaggerating, right?
Not really care what kind of damage they're doing to, whether it's a business locally or whether it's the families that they're destroying actually by doing this. I would argue, like I said, I would argue that that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. Well, now I have to rethink a lot of things. Buyer's remorse, I don't know, a little bit. Yeah, it's going to reflect on what I did and who I voted for. And I'm going to wonder why they did what they did. And I'd like some kind of explanation.
Okay, first off, this is nobody's buyer's remorse, okay? Usually buyer's remorse is like it's like impulse buying. You know, you do all the shopping, grocery shopping that you need, and you get into line, and then you see like all the chocolate right there. You know, you stash up on a whole bunch of them, and you're like, I didn't really need to get that. Or when you go to Walmart, they're really good at that. They put all that fancy little things that's like $5-10 right there. And you get it. You know damn well you don't need it. But you just get it off of an impulse. That's why they put that there. Impulse buying. At least to me, that's what buyer's remorse. Like, I bought it. I really didn't need it. I didn't have the money, but I really just spent it. This right here. This is not buyer's remorse. This is not paying attention. You know, where you're taking medicine, which I have for the past like month and a half, because I'm slowly getting out of this sickness, as you can tell by all the sniffling. You have to read the fine print on how much you should be taking per hour, per day, whatever the case is. If you don't read the fine print, you're going to hurt yourself. But unfortunately, with the Trump presidency, this wasn't small fine print, my friend. This was huge, all caps, underlined, highlighted in big, bold red letters, trying to tell you what he wants to do. And you ignored it. Because of what? You didn't want to vote for a woman? You didn't want to vote for a black woman? You didn't want a woman in charge, right? So let me just vote for this hateful person and just pray to God that he doesn't interfere with my personal life. He's not going to take our, Carlos and Jose and them. They're not criminals. They're good guys. He's not going to interfere with my business, right? No, of course not. That's what other people deal with, right? Not me. It's not going to happen to me, right? Hello? Pick up the phone. You see what I'm saying? You see how stupid this is? So, let's see what else he has to say.
They did what they did, and I'd like some kind of explanation.
Explanation? Hey, I'm sorry, he's not going to give you one. Guess what? He does not care about you. He got your vote. What does he need to explain to you about? Who are you? You're just a peasant to him. Unless you got billions of dollars, you mean zero to him. I'm sorry, he doesn't care about giving you, whatever your name is, an explanation. Maybe you should have done your due diligence before you voted, but you didn't. Now you want to get out of here with that.
If they cared to give it at all. Financially as well as emotionally.
Oh, I guess that's it. Man, once again, like, a part of me wants to feel bad. Like, I truly understand. I see this every single day on the effects that this has to actual families that this is harming. And it's plenty of conversation we can have about it, trust me. But once again, do not be that guy. Hey, let me show you, just in case you forgot. Do not be this guy right here. Do not be the one that your friends try to tell you, hey, do not do this. This is going to affect you. This is going to hurt you. And you don't believe it. You're going to end up just like this guy here. Believe people when they try to tell you who they are. We're living in a day and age to where the more hateful you are, the more racist and bigoted that you can be, you can profit off that. And some people have that already in them. They just bring it out. All they got to do is just bring it out. They're not pretending. They're not trying to be cute. They're not trying to be funny. And damn near don't make those type of people president, where they can literally F up your life. That's simple. But once again, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that blue sky link in the description down below so we can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.